aggravated. In case of collision, those involved must find the safest place immediately. You're driving on a busy street and something caused you to brake and change direction. What just happened? You just avoided an actual hazard signal. You start losing focus and drift on across the other lane. It is time to take a break from your driving. Why is it important to use rear-facing car seats for your infant? Rear-facing car seat distributes the craft front of the pelvis, chest, and shoulders. If a driver is weaving in and out of traffic without indicating, it is most likely due to bad attitude of behavior of the driver. Foggy driving conditions call for a change in driving style. It may to reduce distractions inside the car. You have just changed lanes and then driven into a parking spot. What should you have done to be safe? Use your indicators properly. Why is it important to scan the road scene when you drive? You are more likely to anticipate potential force on the entire body. If you are using an Android smartphone, you may download the Dubai Police app from Play Store. Hazards. Why should you exercise patience when following a slow-moving truck? Its load may be too heavy to move faster. You want to drive straight through an intersection where there are no lights or signs. You must give way to any vehicle on your left. When being overtaken, you must slow down and keep to the right. Safe tailgating or driving too close to the vehicle in front may cause other drivers to suddenly change lane continuously. A simple act of flicking a cigarette butt can be very dangerous if it lands on a motorcyclist or a cyclist. While driving, a head check means looking over your shoulders to see through the side window. You do not become a hazard to yourself or others because you are calm and in control of yourself. Which part of the body should a seat belt be worn on? On the bony structure of the body across the front. You are about to make a U-turn. You must have a clear view of traffic on the road. In both directions. If your vehicle breaks down on the road, make sure other drivers can see you and use your hazard lights or lift your bonnet. Move to the right lane. You want to report a traffic violation. Which feature of Dubai Police app allows you to do this? We are all police. We deal with heavy trucks on the road by not driving in its blind spot continue. UAE traffic law requires drivers to use vehicle lights during nighttime as well as during the day when the view is unclear. Why? Road users are harder to see during night. Driving on a congested road, how can you reduce your reaction time when responding to hazards? Control your speed, cover the brake time. At least 2-second gap refers. Safe following distance to the vehicle in front. Pedal. If you are involved in a collision, you may take pictures of the incident too. Be shared only with the police, not signaling while lane changing causes. Attention to other drivers. If you are already inside the roundabout, how should you deal with an emergency vehicle? Keep moving. Exit the roundabout and clothing are difficult to see. Select the 2 important considerations to avoid hazards. Scanning, anticipating. What is the danger when you position your car very close to a heavy truck on the road? The truck driver may not see you. This helps to reduce your stress while driving. Planning your trip in advance. Once an emergency vehicle has passed you, what is the best thing to do? Do not follow the emergency vehicles. One of the ways to drive safely around school children is to anticipate sudden movements, especially around. How is driving at night different from driving during daytime? Pedestrians, especially those wearing dark. What can happen if you drive too fast while entering a bend? The vehicle will be pushed outwards. This medicines. Large roundabouts will usually have rumble strips. Just before the roundabout. Since you are driving for a short distance, there is a need to wear a seat belt. suits the conditions. Applying the principle of 3SSS, what do you do to ensure the pedestrian knows where you are? Use sound by lightly tapping on the horn to communicate your presence. Drive on the safe side and avoid jumping the queue just to get a few meters ahead of school buses. Driving under the influence of alcohol is punishable by 24 black points plus fines by the court. Which of the following will make you a more dangerous driver? Drinking alcohol and also taking certain. To properly wear a seat belt, it must not be twisted and must restrain only one occupant. Select the statement in terms of importance during foggy conditions. Slow down gradually and drive at speed that proper use of indicators will show. You take into consideration all other road ahead. Drivers who jump the queue just to get a few meters ahead cause other drivers were annoyed and the traffic situation down vehicle. One way to drive safely around pedestrians is anticipate sudden movements or changes in. If the traffic signal is red, emergency vehicles may cross and proceed after a brief stop. Give way by moving to the left or right without crossing the red signal. What is one way of telling that you are becoming a more skilled driver? If you are driving at a time when you would normally have been sleeping. Users. As a safe driver, how would you deal safely with other road users, especially when turning at a junction? Look out for motorcyclists. If you do not, direction. How does a seat belt keep you safe in case of a crash? Seat belts hold you securely in place. You may not see them. What is wrong with staying inside a vehicle that is broken down on the road? Other drivers may not see and hit the broken